it was almost a case of fire on the mountain. Run, run, run. Recently, the trial and conviction of the self-acclaimed leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has caused so much uproar in the public space. And we just know recently, Nnamdi Kanu was sentenced to life imprisonment by Federal High Court Justice Omotosho. This particular judgment has left many in awe. A few persons are celebrating the conviction, saying that justice has been served. But the majority of Ndi Igbo have refused to accept the trial and conviction, saying that the judgment does not reflect truly justice. And this is what I think about it. We all know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In the early 2000s, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was a vibrant activist who talked about different things that was affecting Nigerians, not necessarily Ndi Igbo. He spoke against Fulani herdsmen attack in the northern part of Nigeria, and he encouraged the Nigerian government to protect our state and our country by all means necessary. I even think sometime he organized a protest in London, urging the Nigerian government to protect the lives and property of good Nigerians in the country. But then sometime in 2011, Nnamdi Kanu started agitating for this country, Biafra. He continued in the paths of Odumegwu Ojukwu. He wanted to succeed from the country. He argued on the basis of marginalization, that Ndi Igbo were being marginalized in the country, Nigeria. And that is one thing I agree with Nnamdi Kanu. But now let's take a look at this judgment that they have given now. You know, a lot of people have come out to say that this is because it is Igbo people. In Igbo they will say, oh Makano ni Igbo, oh Makano ni Igbo. But beyond all these theatrics, let us try to look at it without sentiment. Was justice really upheld? Now, have any of you talking about this come out truly to read the judgment delivered by Justice Omotosho? We are so quick to be sentimental, and we need to call a spade, regardless of the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is Boni Igbo. He have fought a good fight, but then along the road he did not take the right path. He went sour at some point, and now I don't know if any of you have read that judgment. I think it's a 144-page document. I'm just going to give you a line from one of the many hideous atrocities committed by Nnamdi Kanu in his agitation for self-realization and Biafra. So here, I think a witness, PWF, that was how they put it. And then it reads that PWF, he stated that on the 30th of May 2021, the defendants had ordered a sit-at-home in the southeast, but the late Ahmed Gulak was unfortunately caught in the storm as he was trying to catch a flight out of Owerri that day. PWF said he was the first to get to the scene of the attack. PWF here is the DSS officer who was sent to investigate this particular case I'm reading. PWF said he was the first to get to the scene of the attack, where he found the deceased in a pool of his blood. He was informed by the divisional police officer in the area that the deceased was in a taxi heading for the airport when IPOB and ESN armed combatants identified him at one of their checkpoints and opened fire on him. The driver of the taxi identified himself as an Igbo man, but the deceased, even though he claimed he was Igbo, could not speak the language, and having observed the prayer mark on his forehead, his attacker shot him. The body was later removed and conveyed in a plane to Abuja to the directors of former secretary of the government of the Federation. And now, who is this Ahmed? Ahmed is a former special assistant to the former president, Goodluck Jonathan. This is just one of the... You cannot justify killing. There is no way we can justify these atrocities. I know Nnamdi Kanu was a man who fought a good fight. He agitated for Biafra. But then the way he went around it was very wrong, and it is condemnable. It's also in this particular case, I think there was one of the chief commanders in the Eastern Security Network, when he was finally captured and annihilated by the DSS. Nnamdi Kanu said that he will be buried in the traditional way. And what is the traditional way? That he's going to be buried with 3,000 heads. Can you imagine? 3,000 heads. Where will those heads come from? It is human heads, and possibly the heads of our Igbo people. So, we cannot be doing this to ourselves. We cannot. Nnamdi Kanu, he did not do it right at all, at all. And in this judgment, the guys that was sent to get the 3,000 heads said that Nnamdi Kanu requested for 3,000 heads, so they could bury the head of this commander of the Eastern Security Network, but they could only get 30. Can you imagine? These are not just numbers. These are human lives. You see the extent of these atrocities. And like I'm saying, this is just a few. This judgment is a 144-page document. And what could the judge do? Nnamdi Kanu refused to open his defense in court. I mean, he was supposed to be a death sentence. Honestly, I'm telling you. But the judge was even lenient. Justice Omotocho was lenient enough to give him the life sentence. But then, is the conviction of Nnamdi Kanu going to end the tension in the southeast? This is a broader question we need to look at. But from the way I am seeing it will not. It will only escalate the tensions more. And this is something we do not want at all. We all know this is not something we want. So now, what is going to be done about it? I have seen some of the dignitaries coming out to say to the president, saying that if he does not release Nnamdi Kanu, he will not get up to 10,000 votes. And I wish to categorically state that no president or politician needs the votes of the Southeast to become president. Tinubu did not get it in 2023. Buhari did not get it either in 2019. Neither did he get it in 2015. So time and time again, it has been proven that you don't necessarily need the votes of the Southeast. So going that route might not benefit us. What I suggest now is, in as much as Nnamdi Kanu has done hideous things, that is what I must say, whether you want to believe it or not, innocent lives were murdered. Thousands and thousands of them. He destroyed public property. But then, because the end goal is to have a lasting peace in our country at large. This means peace needs to be in every region and in the southeast. So what I'm saying is that the conviction of Nnamdi Kanu is not going to bring a lasting solution to the insecurity issues and the tension that is gradually but steadily rising in the southeast. It will rather escalate it. And for that reason, this is when we need all the political stakeholders in the southeast to come together, come to a round table and discuss the future of the southeast. And get me right, when I say discuss the future of the southeast, I don't mean releasing Nnamdi Kanu, because he has done very, very bad things. He has done bad things. This is one truth we must tell ourselves, regardless of how we feel about the whole thing. And he was being marginalized? Yes. Did Nnamdi Kanu do very, very wrong things? Yes. But is his conviction the solution to the problems of the southeast? No. And that is why we need our brothers, all the political stakeholders, come together in a round table, discuss these issues, and provide a long-lasting solution to the insecurity issues and the tension, political tension, growing in the southeast. This will only make our country grow better. And I pray that at the end of the day, everything turns out very well. God bless the southern states. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.